morning. Welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 4th of November. Now, if you are new here, please consider subscribing. I pretty much do daily videos. I know that's a lot to ask anyone to watch video every day. I know a lot of you do and I thank you so much for that. Sometimes I just get this urge. I just need to talk about things. So I tend to try and do one every day. Sometimes it's not easy to post them on the actual channel too. YouTube makes it a little hard sometimes, guys. But if you are new, please consider subscribing. Hit the like buttons, guys. You know, it helps me too. And please feel free to comment. I always try and get back to you within a couple of days. A lot of us live in different parts of the world, so it just takes that little bit of time frame to get back to you. Because when you're awake, often I'm asleep and vice versa. Okay, first off, guys, a little bit of admin from down under. There's always a little bit of something going on in Australia, isn't there? As you guys know, where you're living as well. It's never boring, is it? First off, too, I'll just mention, I know a lot of you guys watch Clown Planet with Carvin and funny channel. Go check it out, guys, if you haven't seen it. There's a video of him talking with Elon Musk, Sushi, which is Rishi Sunak if you're new, talking with Elon Musk about how these AI robots can actually chase people. And he's not joking. He's actually not joking. What is going on there? Anyway, we won't even go down that road. But Elon Musk seems to be in the know with everything, doesn't he? As we know, with his microchipping into the brains of humans. Cheers, everyone. I got my coffee. Just an interesting video, especially the way Sushi's been pushing everything in the UK. I thought you guys would find that very interesting. Admin from down under, getting back to. Okay, Elbow. Elbow's in meeting with Ziping at the moment. We know he is. And on the news this morning, I always have to let you know what the mainstream media is telling us on here in Australia, because we know they dramatise and lie about everything. But they were saying how on his visit to China, Elbow's had to take a different plane because he doesn't want to compromise his main plane. Like, what is even going on here? And it said they might have even had to take burner phones because they don't want, because China's so good apparently at getting information. Well, they'd be getting it anyway. Like I said, they've got police stations here in Australia, etc., where they control the narrative on all the media platforms. And they also have these cone of silences. They showed this big, like, it was like a shipping container. And they have their meetings in it. But obviously it's not a shipping container. It's a big... But this is where they have their private meetings. And nothing can penetrate the walls. So no information can go out or in. Apparently they're protected against... Well, I guess you could say it's like the cone of silence, a pot of silence that they'll have all their meetings in. It reminded me, actually, when they were talking about it, of that. Remember the cone of silence out of Get Smart? Do you guys remember that show, Get Smart, where him and the boss would be under those little domes and they'd talk and no one could hear anything? Oh, hasn't technology come a long way now? So this is what will apparently be happening in Panda, which is China here, if you're new. So he didn't want to take the plane because he didn't want that compromised. And they're saying that all his rooms will be bugged. So Elbow won't be able to say anything that'll put anything in jeopardy. He'll have to be careful of every spoken word that he says. So it doesn't sound like Elbow's going to have a very relaxing trip over there in Panda, does it? Not seeing it. So I don't think he's going to come back real relaxed after that, knowing that you're getting bugged and everything's compromised. And we don't even know what the actual meeting's about still, do we? Because... as usual, Elbow doesn't tell Australians the truth about anything. Oh, yes, and the other little bit of information I just have to share. We know it's the immortal CV virus, guys, that goes around and around and around the world and around again and again and again. Well, now the CV has apparently it's running rampant through the... Yes, and it's always Victoria, where the Melbourne, the most locked down city in the world was. Well... now, they've brought back their mask mandates in the hospitals in Victoria. So that's riveting, isn't it, guys? The old CV virus has spread its wings and it's on the move again. So be warned, everybody. The mandates are back. The mask mandate, but it's only in the hospitals at the moment. Oh. So I don't think that, is it Jacinta Allen down there who's taken over from Dictator Dan? I don't think she's... Very different to Dictator Dan, I'm afraid, guys, if you're living in Victoria. All right. I just want to mention to you guys too, thank you so much for commenting on my videos. I just want to thank you guys for watching my videos, commenting on my videos. It's just interesting to get your viewpoints and also what's happening in your countries as well. So we all get a bit of a take on what's currently going on globally and what we're all being fed. You know, we don't know if we're all getting sort of fed a different story. So thank you also for that. And I hope you guys are going all right with your aches and pains. Look, I know this is really tough time for a lot of us. I get it. I've got a really bad neck. I don't even know what's going on with my neck. Started as my knee. Now it's my neck, my back. I know you guys are suffering with backs, knees, legs. Still, we're all still moving through these very uncomfortable physical pains in our body. Not all of us. I know there's a handful of you are fine out there. But majority of us here on this channel who have gone through our awakening process are definitely struggling with these. And they're physical pains. They're not just in our head. They're physical. They've become physical in our bodies. It's very uncomfortable. But keep just doing anything you can to keep healing them, guys. I keep saying that. We have to keep just moving through them. And I think also not suppressing them too, allowing them to be there and maybe like putting your thoughts on it and focusing on what's actually going on in our bodies as well, which is not easy to do. I'm guilty of it myself, guys. I struggle with it. I admit it. All right, let's get straight into the reading now, guys, and we'll see what comes up. Oh, I'm getting Canada. Oh, which is, as we know, Canada here if you're new. We have to let you guys know what all our code names are. We use a lot of code names here just to keep a little bit out of the AI algorithms situation, because we do get fact checked here a lot and a lot of comments also get taken. So I'm getting Canada at the moment, which is little panda. Let's see what's happening here. And I'm getting that Pierre. Is it Pierre Poilievre? Something like that. He is the opposition leader to Trudeau, and he is killing it in the polls. I feel he's just, I keep saying it, he's on the rise. Oh, it's so good. People love his directness. He's very direct. He doesn't mince words. He's very direct in what he says, and he calls out Trudeau all the time. If you've watched any of those little Senate hearings or whatever you call them, parliamentary things over there, he always just calls him out. And it's amazing, isn't it, how Trudeau's got the gift of the gab, though. He always has the answers. Well, as we know, he lies by omission. He's very good at that. And he's very good at covering his tracks. It's showing me him with a, like, bush covering his tracks. You know, when you've got footprints, you've got to squiggle them off the track. Well, that's Trudeau. He's very good at covering his tracks. That's why he never gets into trouble for anything. He's just, so frustrating, isn't it? I know you Canadians are sick of him over there, but I am getting there's a massive rise in the opinion polls. It's so good. And that means people are really warming to Pierre. I mean, really, you think about it. They've had this dictatorship. Well, I'm going to call it a dictatorship for 4 years. And people are just sick of it. They don't want to end up, well, they're sort of ending up there a little bit, but not really, because things haven't gone to plan. They don't want to end up being like Panda. They don't want communism. They don't want to be a dictatorship. And they don't want to have the social credit systems and all this kind of stuff. People are waking up. I know you guys are confirming it. Thank you for that. Letting us all know that people are waking up. They really are. People are starting to see that there's more to this. You guys were sharing with me a lot that people are starting to wake up now to the reset. It's like they've dug even further. It's like I keep saying to you guys, and I've said it for years, the Crime Investigation Board, when the people kicked off their bubble denial suits and they started to wake up, they realised that this Bill Gates is connected to this Kay Schwab, who's connected to this, well, I suppose we could add pretty much Elon Musk on the Crime Investigation Board now, was connected to this person who's connected to Sushi, who actually interacts with Elbow Down Under, and people have worked it out. that all this is like going on to the same the crime investigation board. It's actually showing me that it's now humongous. It started off as a little crime with a couple of photos and, you know, how they do the lines of thread going on the pin board from here to here. And it was a couple of little faces. Well, now it's turning into a massive, like, global crime investigation board. Like the big syndicate even travels overseas. You know, if you were doing, like, say, a big drug syndicate crime investigation. Well, pretty much you're going to have people who are working from the cartel in Mexico down to, you know, Australia, across to New Zealand and up to top of South Africa or whatever. Well, now that's what people are piecing together, that this is like a big crime investigation board, but all these people are linked. This is what I'm getting. People are working it out. Yay! Because we keep getting told by the guides we don't have to do much anymore. Just sit back and let it all unfold. We keep getting that go with the flow, go with the flow. So thank you guys for letting us all know that too, because it's just nice to know. It's something we thought would never ever happen, didn't we? But it is happening. Yay! So where are we going? So that's what they're figuring out. They're starting to link things together. I told you they would eventually. It was just as slow as a snail. It's only taken 4 years. I always say to you guys here on the channel, they may never about the jab wheel. I've always said that. And I know that's really sad. And that's hard for us to accept. But a lot of people have realised about the jab wheel. And they have realised that maybe I don't need these pickies. I'm not going to talk about that too much because we know I'll get a strike on my channel if I go down that road. So I'm not going to talk about that. And a lot of them, because of the mass psychosis, are going to stay stuck in that journey. It's very frustrating, I know. But anyway, let's move on. So it's good. People are really piecing this together now. They're finally starting to realise, and it's what I've always said, it all goes under the one umbrella. Because before they all thought it was separate. And it's not separate. It's all part of the agenda. All right, let's keep going. I'm getting us, guys. This is you if you're watching my channel. We're still swimming upstream. If any of you watch Esther Hicks out there, she's very good. She's a channeler. Most of you here would know her. She always talks about paddling upstream. But it's showing us swimming upstream. That's why I think we've got all these aches and pains in our bodies. It's showing us swimming against the current. Oh, we're still swimming against the current, guys. As much as we're trying to flow, we're still not flowing. It's showing us swimming upstream. She's really good at explaining how you need to, Esther Hicks, go check her out. She's got some about flowing. When you're paddling upstream against the flow of the water, you'd never go anywhere. It's just like being in the one spot, and you're forcing. Whereas if you just drop the oars, is what she explains. Actually, I've got a video where my sister talks about this. I'm going to leave it over here. I'll figure out which one it is. I did a video with my sister and she's very good at learning to flow with life. I'll leave it over here. You drop the oars and then you just let your little canoe turn and then you just go with the flow. Well, that's what we've got to do more, guys. We're not doing it. As much as the guides are telling us to do it and everything, we're still not doing it. We've got to drop the oars. But it's showing us physically swimming against the stream. This is all you guys watching my channel. And we're getting really tired out. We're getting tired. It's showing us with exhaustion. It's like we're breathless. It's almost, you know what it is to me? It's like we don't know what to do. We don't know what to do. And I think for a lot of us with the aches, pains and ailments here that we're really suffering through, I agree with that. I don't think we do know what to do. We know sleep is important. We know getting help is important and these sort of things. But I think the big question what the guides are saying is the guides are saying, how do we flow? How do we learn to flow? And maybe that's the message that we're getting today too, is we have to go and check out maybe some of Esther Hicks's videos. I want you to do that today. I think it's called Abraham as well. I think her channeled voice person is called Abraham, I'm pretty sure. So I reckon we go and check out some of Esther Hicks's videos today on how to flow with life, because I think we need to really improve. That's the one thing that, see, whenever you've got contraction, tightness in your body, that means that you're resisting. It's like that, the pushing against. So we've got resistance in our body. We still do, because I'm still seeing us swimming upstream. Oh, it's not easy, guys. I think I agree with the guides. It's not easy, is it? It's just not easy. All right. Let's see if we can get any more on this. Actually, the guides are telling me to pull a card on this. I'm going to pull one of those Jenny Eagle cards because we need the help, don't we, guys? I'm going to pull an Awaken by that Jenny Eagle, that local lady near me. This might help us with some answers. Hang on. I'll just pull one at the minute. Just see if we can get it. So Esther Hicks, Esther and Jerry Hicks. He died. Her husband died. We need to get flowing, guys. It's crucial. We sort of are and we aren't. We've had to retreat and just let people wake up by themselves now. We know we're doing that. Oh, God. Of course we've got to get this card. Find flow. I trust and flow with life. You couldn't. Oh, my goodness. Find flow. Okay, we're hearing you. I trust and flow with life. So that's what we've got to teach. See, if you look at that boat, it probably has pulled up anchor, I would say. It's a little bit in darkness and shadow, isn't it, at the moment? But it's just floating along. It hasn't even got its sails up. So it's not even sailing, it's just stagnant, which probably is us at the moment. So the message from the guides is put your sails up. Put your sails up so that you can just turn the boat and flow. And that's what sailing is. Oh, and of course I've got to get all the sailing songs. Sailing takes me away to where I'm going to. Who sings that song? Oh, I love that song. Remember that song? Sailing, dreams are with, is it Christopher Cross? It's carry me, soon I will be free. Well, I'm just leaving you with that song anyway for that. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, God, we get some strange stuff. Bear with us on this video because we do get a lot of music as well, guys, and messages from the guides. I've got to tell you guys, yesterday I was having coffee. You know those old blokes I have coffee with in the mornings, where I get my coffee for my hubby and I sit with them for a little while and then I take my hubby's coffee to work. And they're just good for a chat. You know, you just get to know people and people are just people to us. That's how we are. We're very accepting of all sorts of people. And this one guy, he was going to a funeral for a friend of his yesterday. And I got this message and it was like from his mum. And it said, oh, tell him about how much I love roses. And I mean, that's a pretty common one, but it was very specific. It was like a red rose and a cream rose. And he's a real skeptic. And I always say, oh, you're such a skeptic. I said, I know you're a skeptic, but your mum's telling me. So I told him anyway, because I knew he was going to a funeral. And I said, oh, your mum's telling me that you're a big skeptic, but tell her let you know how much she loves roses. Which is pretty common, I know. But anyway, and he goes, oh, yeah, she used to grow roses. And he's a real skeptic, doesn't really believe in anything. And then just before I left, he pulls up his sleeve just as I was leaving. And he shows me the big tattoo of a rose. And it's got my mother on it. So I nailed it. It was so good. Even the skeptic in him, he had to show me in the end. He said, I just didn't want to show you first up, but you nailed it. Oh, it was so funny. I just had to share it with you because it was just such a funny, cute moment. Like, you know, he was one of these like hardened guys that was such a skeptic, and yet his mother still got a message to him, and it was really about the tattoo on his arm. It's pretty funny. We are funny, aren't we? The way, sometimes things make me laugh. Even skeptics, you can see they're still skeptical, but then they half believe when you actually get something right. It's kind of funny, isn't it? I just wanted to share that with you because it was just a funny experience. We get so many messages just out of the blue sometimes, don't we, guys? All right, let's keep going. I'm getting England, UK. Gosh, there's a lot going on over there. You guys have had a lot going on. Sushi's hit so hard. We know he did. He's gone crazy. He did go crazy, and he's had to go away, I've said, and go into 10 Downing Street and redo his blueprints. And he is still laying low. He's letting he's wanting to get this sense of calm in the UK. And I do believe, because there's enough going on, I think you've got enough with this, God, these Islam pro-Palestine, it's getting out of control. And it's getting out of control globally as well, not just UK, but you've got massive ones. I keep saying you've got this immigration problems. You must have a lot of immigrants and things maybe from these countries, because you've got a lot of people protesting. So it's like you've got immigrant issues, you've got these Israeli protests. There's a lot going on, and that's a lot for Sushi to juggle as well. So I feel like he's kind of, well, as much as he's still, like I said, he's still got to do his reset. He's still got to keep calm over the land. I'm getting this calm over the land. He's got to, it's sort of saying rule his empire. Not that it's really his empire, because he didn't get voted in by the people, but he's got to keep that sense of calm. He's got to stop people from panicking, because he can feel, well, we all know globally the Jews are panicking. You can't blame them. They can't walk down the street with their little hats on, or it's gone mad here at universities in America. I think it's getting crazy. There's panic happening. There's an underlying panic, and Sushi knows it. So I feel like he has definitely retreated a little bit. He's kind of waiting. He's waiting. I'm just getting that he's waiting. He's in 10 Downing Street and he's waiting. Let's hope he doesn't talk to Elon Musk for too long about the AI robots that can chase people down the streets, because they'll probably bring them out. Elon might loan him a few and he can control the protesters. That'll be next. Don't even surprise us. It wouldn't even surprise us, would it? Oh, my God. So I do feel like you're going to have a little bit of respite from the reset stuff. But like I said, that's because Christmas is coming too. But like I said, next year, boom, it's going to be all go ahead again. And we're going to be shocked by all the stuff that's going to start to continue to come out again. It's going to be like, what? That's what I'm getting. So it's not over yet. It's not over yet. And I'm getting that song by, is it Lenny Kravitz? Or, yeah. Or Terence Trent D'Arby. Someone, it ain't over till it's over. Oh, it's not over. It's definitely not over. Oh, God. They just won't stop. When you think they just, why don't these global elites just ditch it all and can it all and let us go back to some sort of normality? We don't really want to go back to where we were though, guys, do we? Because we've found a much happier place. Going through the shift and the awakening actually leads you to a much happier place. But we just don't want to be, oh, that's the other thing. I was just about to say, we don't want to be the Hunger Games. But there's another Hunger Games movie coming out. I know a lot of you will be interested in that. Because, you know, government wants us fighting over our loaves of bread and all, you know, fighting against each other, division, like I always talk about. But it's going to be interesting to see what this one is about, because it looks a lot more complicated. If you haven't seen the shorts, go on YouTube and check it out. But it looks a lot more complicated. So it'll be interesting to see what, as we know here, all the movies seem to plant seeds, like the recent AI movie, The Creator, saying that AI robots have a heart. Like, as if, oh, I think that was you, Ronnie. Didn't you go see it? Someone went and saw it. It's just crazy. Okay, let's see if there's anything else, and we'll pull some cards. Oh, I'm in my black lounge room. Did I tell you that, guys? I've nearly painted my black lounge room. I'm going to have all these nice plush fabrics and things in here. I've got a little bit of Christmas decoration going on. Yeah, so I'm making a really cozy, I think they call it dark academia, where you have the nice soft lighting, and it's going to be nice. It'll be nice in winter when the fire's going. All right, let's keep going. Enough of my lounge room. Oh, we're back at the Mexican border. Of course we are. There wouldn't be anyone left in Mexico, would they? They're all in bloody America. Oh, it's complete madness. I feel like the gates are being closed. Oh, Biden might be, but it might be a bit of fake trickery on the mainstream media, I think. Don't be fooled, guys, and we don't get fooled on here. The BS detectives see through it all. They might show some footage of like some of the gates being really locked and patrolled, and it's only going to be one gate. All the rest will still be open. We know how it goes. So I feel like they're going to make out they're controlling like the borders really well, just to shut people up. See, they just want to shut people up. Honestly, you can't even believe, since Biden's been in, it's just been open slather. hasn't it? Like, see, this is what doesn't make sense. Not just to us here on this channel. Other people are going, what the F? Like, during the CV event, no one could even travel over borders to see their families or take that risk of, seeing their dying relative or anything like that. And now, open the borders, bring all the diseases, bring all the terrible viruses, whatever, doesn't matter what people have got. No, not even a big deal. How's that work? See, this is the stuff that wakes people up. It's idiotic. It's idiotic. And remember, they're not in mass psychosis for this. Their logic can actually work in everything else, which is awesome because that helps the crime investigation board because they can keep piecing it together. And some are starting to actually get the outcome. A lot of people that have really woken up now are getting an outcome. They're starting to see all this leads back to Davos, Switzerland. Funny that. All right. Let's see if there's one more thing and then we'll pull the cards. Yeah, I'm getting the other day I got all these global elites, the lovely dictators that are trying to take over the world. They're still having to pull their heads in like turtles. They're coming out, their heads go back in. They're coming out, moving a little bit, heads go back in. Moving a little bit, heads go back in. It's a very, very slow process for these leaders. They're like the turtle in the turtle and the hare race? That's it, isn't it? The rabbit and the turtle and the hare. It's very slow. Just like the people waking up for us was very slow, like the slow as a snail. Well, now for these leaders, getting their reset agenda out is very, very slow process for them, which is good because it means there's been hiccups, there's been hurdles in front of them. People have stood up against them. People haven't wanted it. People, for example, Hippo got voted out. So, we're going to see where Luxon goes after Christmas. We'll do a reassessment of him. But this is what I'm getting. It's not been a smooth road. They thought it would be. They thought they would be the hare and just race ahead of all the little people. And it hasn't happened. It's so good. It's like I keep saying to you guys though, and I know it sounds really weird and I probably sound weird for saying it. Is the reset here to wake people up so that they go through their awakening and their shift? Or is it actually real? Chris, like I said yesterday, you and I always talk about it being on this different vibrational frequency somewhere out there. And it is almost like it's not really implemented. If you think about it, the only thing that gained momentum was the jab wheel because of the mass psychosis. Everything else really isn't in yet. Like, monetary systems are still hovering around, like, are we going cashless? Are we not? Renewables is like ending up being a massive disaster. Like I said, check out that guy, M Guy on Australia YouTube. Brilliant. Electric car things going downhill at the rate of knots because they catch on fire. The lithium batteries are a nightmare. All these kind of things. The wind farms aren't lasting. There's so many things that aren't working out in the global elite's favour. Oh, yes, it's very sad, but not to us. We're cheering. Way. That's what we want to happen. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about it all because it is a little bit of a mystery to me. What the hell? And are we the seeds planted here just to observe all of this and keep that vibrational frequency up? You do wonder. How about we pull one card from each? I bought a few things, but we might just pull 3 cards. I'll pull one from the Jenny Eagle Awaken, guys, because we do need help with this flowing business because we're swimming upstream. Go check out Esther Hicks, guys. We really are struggling at the moment. We are energy. What's with my voice? I'm a powerful creator with energy. See, we're a little bit in shadow, in darkness at the moment. We've got to get our light brighter. I'm a powerful creator with energy. We can create anything. Did you get your Ronald McDonald and Ron Weasley, guys? I haven't manifested them at all. I've been really slapped. I need to actually put my mind on it and then let it go. Because that also proves to us how we're flowing. Let me see if I can get something new so we can check how we're flowing. Hang on, guys. Just give me a sec. I'm getting the Egyptian Sphinx. The Sphinx. You know the Sphinx in Egypt where it's like a lion, isn't it, or something, and it has its hands out? The big gold Sphinx. Or it's a big sand thing, isn't it? Made of, I don't know, stone or something. So that's what you got to manifest. Ooh, that'll be a challenge. And then you'll know that you're turning and starting to flow. That's going to be the Sphinx, the Egyptian Sphinx. God, that's going to be challenging. Although it's not. If you're flowing, things just appear so easily. That's a test for you. You still got to find Ronald McDonald and Ronald Weasley. You know that, don't you? And now you're Egyptian Sphinx. Hope. Yeah. Hope's so important, isn't it? There we've got the paracel, the fox energy. Just autumn, we've got change still. Sorry, it's a bit glary on that side. Can't get you focused. I'll take my face out of it. Hope. And of course, I've got to get that song, High Hopes. Gotta have high hopes. So keep your hope alive, guys, inside. It's very easy to lose hope and what's kind of going on in the world around us sometimes. And hope, of course, that people are waking up. But they are. They are. So we have to know it. Let's pull a soul expression card as an outcome, guys. I like these cards. These are really cute. They always have really good messages too. You know how some cards you just resonate with and some you don't. Oh, and then you drop them all over the floor. Don't need those ones. That's how I always take it. How's Charlie? She's quiet today. She's over in her bed. She's asleep. I heated up her heat bag for her and she absolutely loves it. Oh, grounded energy. Meditate with this card to feel the loving support of grounded energy. Maybe that's what it is. We've got to swim to shore, guys, and ground ourselves again. Sometimes you lose sight of that too. You forget to ground yourself, don't you? And have those few minutes to yourself just in silence. And sometimes our thoughts can take over our physical body as well. So we've got to ground ourselves today. So many different ways you can ground your energy. Obviously, the biggest one is being out in nature. You know, obviously we talk a lot here about walking on grass but it can also, to me, grounded energy, when I think of grounded energy, is also about pursuing your creativity and passions, because that's how you get your flow and your energy state back. It's why it gets talked about so much with this awakening process, because when you're doing something you love, it makes you feel grounded. It makes you feel clear of cluttered thoughts. Might be cooking something. It might be drawing. It might be gardening and sort of tilling in the earth. They're the ways that make it. Might be just doing a jigsaw puzzle. My daughter does lots of jigsaws, for example. Your mind's only on one thing. You can't do all these. Your mind can't race away on you. So that's another way of grounding your energy. Just follow your passions and your creativity is very important. All right, I'll see if there's one more thing to close with today, guys. I'm getting a Fleetwood Mac song. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. Hang on, which song it is. Stand up, in the middle of my room, I could not see you. Stand up, in the middle of the night, to be dancing in a line. What's that song? Oh, I love Fleetwood Mac. We get so much Fleetwood Mac here, don't we? We really do. Dancing in a line. Oh, what's the song, guys? Sorry, sometimes I'm so hopeless. Well, at least I got sort of the song, and I got the band. Stevie Nicks sings it. I'm just going to have to leave you with that, guys. Sorry, you're going to have to look it up and play it. Whatever that song is. Dancing in a line. Oh, can't think of the name of the song, but... sorry, guys. Let me see if I can get one more thing, because that's a bit hopeless, isn't it? Hang on. I can hear these little birds tweeting outside. Can you hear them? It's so beautiful. See, we love simple things, don't we? Oh, now I think I'm getting the song. Is it just like the white wings of sing a song? Sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh. And I hear you in the morning, and I hear you at nighttime. Just like the white wings of sing song. That's a Fleetwood Mac song too by Stevie Nicks. I don't know. Maybe it's all the same song. Oh my God. I'm so hopeless, guys. You know how bad I am. Anyway, I'm going to have to leave you with those songs. Go find them. Just go play some Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks. How's that sound? That sounds like a plan. You'll figure out which songs I was singing. Oh God, just like the white wings of, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with that. Look, have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Please take care. Go watch Esther Hicks. Check out my sister's video here about flowing as well. And let's turn that canoe, drop the oars, and let's start flowing. And we might be able to get rid of some of these aches, pains, and ailments that a lot of us, not all, but a lot of us are suffering. Take care. Stay strong. Hit the like buttons. Please subscribe if you'd like to. And please comment. I love chatting to you guys. And I'll talk to you very soon. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.